Hello, everyone. Welcome out to CarShield Field for today's PCDL matchup. I'm going to tell you it's between the gold and the gray. Not a lot of mystery there. First up on the mound, I got to see the number. It's a Barker twin. It's number one is, I got to look. Yep, Michael Barker. Pitched last week. I saw him last week. Very good. This young man has pitched very well here on the mound. Behind the plate is his battery mate, Skylar Stock. We just had a conversation with Mr. Stock up there. Enjoyed that. Very pleasant young man, Principia College. Working out here. We'll have some of these interviews posted for you on Wednesday that we're doing. We're doing some Premier player spotlights. It's fun talking to these guys. They're working hard on their craft. And I think what's interesting about this, for the most part, folks, is the fact that, you know, a lot of these guys are playing from Division I all the way down to Division III. And the level of baseball across the scope is very good. And you're seeing it here represented with all these young men from Division II, III, NAIA, junior college baseball. There's some really good baseball being played out here. Leading off for the gray team is Marcus Graham from Missouri Baptist University. Ball one. Sean Rauscher on deck, Jaden Jones in the hole. That's a strike. 1-1. Little cloud cover today keeps the sun off our face. That's another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've enjoyed watching Mr. Graham play here. That ball is fouled out of play. Stays alive. Got the bullpen down there. Everybody getting ready to their turn. Going to be a tough play here. Shortstop not going to get Graham. So an infield single on the big high chopper. That's a tough play on turf. Where do you go get the bounce? And some of these guys, they're playing different positions here throughout the league. And that's a strike. We got some, that was Mr. Graves letting out. Yes, I forgot to say that. We got some new players out here, and I guess the young man at short is a new this week to the PCDL. Drew, is it 1-1, bud? 0-2, sorry. Thank you. I missed that one. That's outside. And the runner, Mr. Graham, catcher, showing off the wheels. Gotta love it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner gets into scoring position without a throw. He got a good jump on Barker, and I think Barker was kind of not paying attention to him. And we got a 2-2 count. I always think it's interesting here as well. We start playing the game here at 10:30 in the morning. And these guys are just kind of waking up, getting themselves going. Got to be ready to go. 3-2. Deshaun Rauscher. Catches him looking. Barker, that was a good pitch. Out number 1. That is not what Rauscher was looking for. Jaden Jones up next. Takes the ball low. Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes. Stock drops the ball on the transfer, and Graham has his second stolen base. He's just kind of moving around base paths here. 2-1. Good slider, 2-2. Couldn't lay off. Jones down on strikes for the second out brings up Ethan Sebastian, another young man we had a conversation with this morning. Briarcliff University, an NAIA school up in Iowa. That was a fun one. You'll enjoy that, folks. You may need to tune in. Here on Youth Baseball Midwest, where we pride ourselves on being the most comprehensive youth baseball talk in the Midwest. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll have some podcasts coming up this week, talking some baseball as that ball is fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, and you got to make sure you catch today's episode of Keep Climbing. There you go. 3 o'clock Central Standard Time this afternoon, Brett Graves' Keep Climbing podcast on Youth Baseball Midwest. As Sebastian goes down looking, we're heading to the bottom of the first. No score.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. 1 stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. On the mound for the Gray Squad, number 34. It is Luke Wright. We spoke with him. Parkway West product going to at Lindenwood University. Looked real good last week. good conversation. It was a lot of fun talking to him about his journey and what he's been doing. Hope you enjoyed that. Look, if you want to see the interviews from last week, right after the ball game, stay right here on Youth Baseball Midwest. You can go check out all the spotlights in one spot as the ball is lifted from Mullenix to right field. Marcus Graham making the catch for out number one. Baseball economics, folks. Gotta love that. One pitch, one out. Cone Linderer at the plate. Noah Hendrickson is on deck. And that's a ball. That's in the dirt. 2-0. So after one pitch, one out, we got a 2-0 count. See how Wright lefts himself get it. That's a ball. That was a pretty good pun. He's a left-handed pitcher. His last name's Wright. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe not. Ooh, that was ball four. I said that wrong. I shouldn't, but it was. No need for the pervert. Oh, that's a good pitch. 3-2. So a walk for Linderer. Noah Hendrickson coming to the plate. Trey Kent Landrum will be on deck, followed by the newcomer, Jackson Vaughn. Good pitch by Wright there. Get ahead of the number 3 hole hitter, Hendrickson. He's got big pop in his bat. We saw that last week. Hit the ball very well in the 2 games last week. Good change. 0-2. Off balance. After the walk, Wright has lefted himself. Get it? It's good. I mean, you know, he's a left-hander. You can't say he righted himself. He lefted himself. Oh, man. It's early on a Monday morning, and we're just watching baseball. That's what's good about this. And the runner goes. Oh, lost it on the transfer. I don't know if he'd had a shot. Linderer got a great jump on the lefty. Stole the base. Still 2 strikes on Hendrickson, but he's got a runner in scoring position. Let's see if he can deliver or at least get the run over. Little dancing. Curveball misses. Just enough to kind of throw off the timing. Right. Little extra jab step there by the runner. Big fastball up in the zone. 3-2. Holding runners, folks, is not an easy thing. You got the number 3 hitter and you got a guy pushing you from behind. Little flare. Oh, more than a flare. That carried well. But it's an out. That carried to the center fielder, to Linneman. Four out, number 2. Trey Kent Landrum. I've seen him, this is our 3rd time through. Big swing. Strike 1. Little grounder to the shortstop. Up. Fires over. Good thing you got a big 6'3" dude over at first base. Out number 3. We're heading to the top of the 2nd. Still no score. Bryce Byers at the plate. Big lefty. Swung the bat pretty well, we saw last week. Facing Michael Barker for the 2nd inning here. And that is down. A little flare right off the end of the bat. Sometimes the ball finds the grass. Hit them where they ain't. That's what we always say. I did see a young man when I was here. My son was pitching in college, and they were playing here. And I did see a young man from Freed Hardeman University hit one over that wall. And that's a large wall over there, folks. And that's fouled back out of play. Joey Linneman at the plate. Fort Zumwalt North. Ooh. And he's down on strikes. So 1 out. Barker making quick work of Joey Linneman. To the plate is Logan Winkleman, catcher from CBC High School. Winkleman currently playing at Lakeland Community College. Baseball's kind of flowing around here. One ball, one strike. That's in the dirt. Two and one. Stays up. 3-1 now to Winkleman. Colton Nichols on deck. Byers away from first. And that catches the outside corner full. And that misses low. Barker is not happy with himself. This is what we've seen through most of the first couple weeks of this league is we have the free bases are the ones that really come back to bite you. Most of the pitchers have been pretty good getting themselves out of trouble if they get themselves in, but the free bases is where the impact really makes it shows the necessity of not walking people. See a little bit of frustration on his face. And that ball is driven into right field and back. Making the catch. Nice play. Byers tags and heads to third. We got first and third with 2 out. Ball hit deep by Nichols, but nonetheless an out. Okay, 2 outs. Good curveball. Tom Dickinson in the batter's box. Quincy University, Rockbridge High School. I think Quincy University has done very well recruiting around here. They've sure played some pretty good baseball the last few years. Pop back out of play. Oh, and 2 to Dickinson. That's a cool old stadium over there, too, in Quincy. I think it's been there a long time. Good pitch. Barker gets himself out of the trouble even with the walk. You had a leadoff single, a walk. Strands 2, we're heading to the bottom of the second inning. No score.
Let me get a
Give me a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. Luke Wright coming out for his second inning of work. Going to be facing Jackson Vaughn, Skylar Stock, Jake McGee. Last time we saw Mr. Vaughn, he took one off the hand in the district championship game. Looks like he's getting back healthy here, and looking forward to seeing him today. This young man can flat out swing the baseball, heading to Wichita State University. No? That's where he was going. Recently decommitted, as I am informed. It happens quickly, folks. Uncommitted, looking for a home. All right. Fair enough. One thing I do know is watching this young man for the past 3 years at Francis Howell High School, he can swing the bat. And not only can he swing it, he hits the ball pretty well, too. I'll tell you, sometimes, man, it just happens so quick, you can't hardly keep your head wrapped around all this. Strike one. It'll be interesting to see how he gets himself going here after coming off the injury to his hand. Probably take a few. Well, or not. And lined right back up the middle. And leadoff base hit for Jackson Vaughn. Skylar Stock. Who we spoke to this morning. As we said, young man from Principia College. Very well spoken. Enjoyed the conversation. Understands what he's working at here at the PCDL League. Heading into his junior season. That was a really good pitch. Off speed, broke back over the inside corner of the plate. Change up with some arm side run. That's what it looked like. Did it again, but went to the outside. Got him swinging. Good pitch by Luke Wright. Jake McGee, another young man in the transfer portal, played at Evansville last year. I remember watching this young man when he was 14, playing locally here with a group of kids. That ball is going to get caught up by the second baseman. Nice play. That is Tom Dickinson over there playing second base. Gets to the ball. Jake McGee is out. Moves the runner to second. James Dolly at the plate. That's a strike. Lafayette, Missouri, or Lafayette High School, Wildwood, Missouri. Takes strike one. Lafayette made a pretty good run a couple years ago. Got second place. Oh and 2. Grounded foul. That's a swing and a miss. Luke Wright, nice job. Leadoff single, but 2 Ks in the inning. We're heading to the top of the third. No score. All right, folks. Gray squad back up, leading off Anthony Gura. Swings and fouls the first pitch back for strike one. Swings and misses again. 0-2. We have, this isn't deja vu here, folks. This is a different pitcher. This is David Barker on the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gura. That is a great pitch. Fastball. Outside corner. Freezes Gura for out number 1. Andrew Kovalak coming to the plate. That ball is grounded foul. Out of play. I love the name of this college. Gustavus Adolphus College. Good curveball. 0-2. I mean, who's that guy? Probably from the 1700s or something, I would imagine. I don't know anybody named Gustavus Adolphus today. Anybody? No? Okay. Just checking. Your dog. Yeah. And a ball back up the middle. Fielded up. Oh, bobbles. Can't finish the play. Trey can't land him. And Kovalak on first with the error brings up a new player to the PCDL, Henry Kufa. Take strike 1. He's at East Central, past spring, East Central College, looking in the portal, ready to transfer. JUCO sophomore. 0-2. We'll catch up with him and chat him up a bit and see what's going on. Brody Signorelli on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. What we've seen, this is our 3rd week seeing David Barker. This young man fills up the zone. Each week, he is aggressive in the strike zone without leaving a lot of pitches in the middle of the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. That got on the hands of Kufa. Flipped up the curveball, popped him up. Lovelady on the run. Heck of a nice play. He ran a long way for that. For out number 2. So Cooper retired. Signorelli at the plate. Runner at first, 2 outs. And that's low and away. Two and 0. And that's grounded. 2 Lovelady takes the easy one. Steps on the bag is Kent Landrum. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still no score.
Let me get a
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. Zachariah Halim on the mound for the Gray Squad. And you are correct. That is Sean Mitchell leading off, and a little slip. Lost his footing, regained it. Sean Mitchell followed by Colin Lovelady, then Oliver Karchi. That is a heck of a baseball name. It just sounds good. Oliver Karchi. All right, lefty. Fastball upstairs. Ball one. And that's outside. 2-0. I always find it interesting. You see these dynamics, folks, and don't get me wrong. It's just observations across the board. There you go. Strike one. Is you see a pitcher warm up, and then he gets the batter in the box, and the dynamic shifts when there's a person standing in the box. When it's just you and the catcher, there's a lot of guys that can throw to the glove, but you put the guy in the box, and it makes a big difference in how you view what you're doing. Avoiding the bat. Good pitch. Full count. And I think people go, oh, man, he was throwing strikes. Why not? This is way outside. When you put somebody in a box with a big stick and you're throwing at them, it's a bit unnerving. So a walk for Mitchell brings up Lovelady, Colin Lovelady. That's a strike. Bottom three. Bottom three. Yes, it is. That's upstairs. Liam having some trouble with his control a bit. 3 balls and a strike. Takes a minute. Big deep breath here. Compose himself. 3-1 count. There you go. Challenge fastball. 3-2. sometimes you just got to say, hey, can you hit it? And if you can't, I win. There it is, and that's fair. That's off the chalk, and it's just going to be a single because it pops right off the corner of that brick over there to the left fielder Signorelli, and a loud, hard-hit single for Lovelady. So we just had the order wrong. Saylor is going to bat after him. Jackson Beeman stepping in, new guy to the PCDL. My goodness, another big, strong young man here. Takes strike one from Halim. Fastball ripped. Signorelli misjudges that, and that bounces into the stands, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Boy, that ball was hammered. Signorelli got a bad read on that, and it's a 1-0 Gold. So the leadoff walk comes back to bite him, and we got Sam Saylor at the plate. Oh, no, we're back to the top of the order, excuse me, in Nick Mullenix. And that is away from the catcher, and Lovelady scores. On the wild pitch. Beeman moves up 90 feet. Three and 0 to Mullenix. Bless you. And it won't stay fair, but it will get up into the cheap seats over there. I don't know. Is there really any cheap seats? They're all pretty. Maybe the bleachers. Well, that's just bleachers. You can't really say cheap seats. Yeah, they're all pretty good seats, huh? Oh, that's a good pitch. Catches Mullenix. Fouls it off. Halim getting back in this count, battling hard. Three, two. Well, that was a bleacher. That's for the band, I think, over there. Mullenix draws the walk. Tried to come back to that curveball. He just has found the feel for it consistently. He's thrown a couple good ones, but he's also thrown a couple that he just can't get to work. So that's what this league is about, development. And so you're throwing it to continue to grow and work on your craft. Cohen Linderer at the plate. And he sails that one to the backstop. And that scores Jackson Beeman from third on another wild pitch. Mullenix moves up to second, and we have ball one to Linderer. One ball, one strike. And that ball is popped into left field. Right field, excuse me. Golly. Nice job by Mullenix tagging on the fly out to right field by Linderer. One out. Runner at third. Noah Hendrickson at the plate takes ball one. Hendrickson lined out to the center fielder. His first at bat. Hit it very well. Two and 0. Fouled straight back. 2 balls and a strike to Hendrickson. Pretty nice day out here at the ballpark. Two and two. Hendrickson kind of wandered away from the batter's box, wondering, why didn't I swing at that pitch? That's a good curveball. That's what he's been looking to throw. That had some nasty on it. And that is out number 2. And we're turning it over. Pitch limit met. That brings us to the top of the 4th inning with the Gold team leading now 3-0. All right. David Barker back on the mound. Ball 1 to Marcus Graham, back to the top of the order here in the top of the 4th inning. Little check swing, excuse me. Nice play over there by Mullenix. Bing, bang, boom, 1 out. Graham runs pretty well for a catcher. Gets down the line. Sean Rauscher at the plate. Strike one to Rauscher. Barker has some pretty good giddy up on his fastball. 0-2. Has that slingshot. That you don't usually see from a righty. Spins that one, stays up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throws it again and gets Rauscher swinging through for out number 2. Jaden Jones coming to the plate. That's upstairs, ball 1. Boy, it sounded like maybe, I don't know, he's checking it. Didn't break it, I guess. 1-1. Got him in on the hands, man. Holds off 2-1. You know, it's crazy. You know what tomorrow is? July 1st. We will be halfway through Three balls, 2 strikes. The year is kookiness. And Barker walks Jones with 2 outs. Ethan Sebastian to the plate. Remember, folks, that's outside. Today, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Tune in here on Youth Baseball Midwest. And while you're here, might as well subscribe. Hit the dinger. That's a strike. Get your notifications for upcoming episodes. And we have a good one here today on the channel with Brett Graves, who is the director of the PCDL and owner of Premier Pitching and Performance. And he does his Keep Climbing podcast with us on Youth Baseball Midwest, and he talks a lot about performance. And I think we got a good one for you today. Make sure you tune in at 3 o'clock today right here on the channel. Yep. I was getting ready to go to the blog. I didn't hear him anyway. I knew he was saying it, but so I was like, let's go into the blog. Getting started with pitching training in 2025. Yeah, that's the topic. And we talked about quite a few other things. As Sebastian goes down on strikes for out number 3, Barker finishes off the inning. And just real quick, that's it's a good topic. We talked through that process, not only from a collegiate, but down to a high school and even youth or a elementary, middle school kid. That development process, looking at how that looks as you're coming off. Because a lot of guys will be starting into 2025 right now. We're finishing up the summer season. The PCDL goes through the end of July, and so they're kind of ramping up into the understanding of what you're doing to get yourself prepared. So it's good opportunity. Check it out. 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Trey Kent Landrum gets plunked by Halim to lead off, and this is what got Halim in trouble in the first inning, or in his last inning, and now he's got to face Jackson Vaughn, who singled his first time up, throws that one in the dirt, ball one. Skylar Stock behind him. Foul tipped into the glove, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grounded to the second baseman. Dickinson looks like again up and makes the play. That's 2 nice plays going to his glove side for Dickinson in this game. So 1 out. Landrum is at second base. Skylar Stock, his second at bat, struck out his first at bat. And that's in the dirt, ball 1. Misses in. Thought he might have got that call, but didn't get it. 2-0. Three and 0. Halim struggling with this at bat. Got the ground ball, got the out. Looks like he's looking to find more consistency in the strike zone. And he walks Stock on 4 pitches. Brings up Jake McGee. Curveball opens the at-bat with a strike. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And McGee heads down to first base. So the second hit by pitch here in the inning for Halim. And the bases are golden. Did you like that? If the grays were on there, they might be cloudy. James Dolly up at the plate, fouls one into the seats for strike 1. Looking very aggressive in the box. Wants to do a little damage, I think. 0-2. Grounded to the third baseman. That's going to be a tough play. Absolutely. Should have let that one go. I mean, you just hopefully it rolls foul. And it was maybe heading that direction. Because he wasn't going to get Dolly. So the infield single for Dolly brings up Sean Mitchell. Base is still golden. And that's lifted into right field. Catch made. Signorelli coming up with it and throws a strike, but not in time to get the tagging Skyler Stock. So the sac fly for Sean Mitchell gets the RBI and another run home. And all the runners move up one. So second and third with 2 outs. And we have Colin Lovelady at the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. One ball, one strike. Lovelady hit one sharply down the third base line, his last at bat. Big hack, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up, foul territory. Nice job by the catcher there, number 97. That is Andrew Kovalak for the final out. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. Score now 5-0, Gold.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. New pitcher on the mound for the Gold for this 5th inning. Rusty Buckner, Licking, Missouri, Licking High School. Played for Harv Antle over there. Harv, one of the high school coaches, been around a long time, had a lot of success. Met him at the state championships a few years ago with his squad. They've been in the Final Four playoffs a few times over the last few years. Bryce Byers will be leading off in the top of the 5th for the Gray squad and takes a strike. Buckner is in the portal from Jeffco, and that is foul. Big, tall right-hander. It's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Byers. Lindemann on deck. Logan Winkleman, and if anybody gets on, Colton Nichols. Missed outside again, and ball is chucked into center field. Big swing and a miss. Byers goes down. Buckner gets the K. Out number 1. Lindemann up to the plate. And promptly gets plunked. Seen a few HBPs today. Yeah. I don't know if the pitchers just woke up in a grumpy mood or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Get off my plate. Logan Winkleman now stepping in. Runner on. Runner goes. Throw down is not going to be in time. Lindemann, great jump. Evidently the HBP and the old leg didn't seem to slow him down. Stolen base. And an 0-1 count to Winkleman. And he goes again. The throw is... He's like, oops. Good throw by Hendrickson. He had Lindemann out by a lot there. Good tag, Mullenix. And nobody was injured. So there you go. So caught stealing. Out number 2, Winkleman takes the ball. 2 balls and a strike. Popped up foul. We'll get back into the seats. Do it again at 2-2. Colton Nichols, I'd imagine, looking for another at-bat. Little dribbler back to Buckner. Comes up. Nice play by the pitcher, as pitchers are athletes too. Out number 3, if you're scoring at home, that is 1-3. And we're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gold up 5-0. All right, we're back, folks. We got the bottom of the fifth. And we got number 9, Jackson Beeman, coming in to face Tristan McMean, Greenville University out of Edwardsville, Illinois. Jackson Beeman, young man, his first at bat in the league this year was a double, and he scored a run. Takes ball 1 here in the 5th. That ball misses low. 2-0. Popped him up. Third base side. Everybody's looking for it. That's a tough one, man. That's a big league pop-up and in a gray sky. But luckily over there, the third baseman, that is Anthony Gura, saw it, caught it, out number 1. Brings up Nick Mullenix again. His third at bat. Walked, stranded at second. Flied out to the right fielder. And that is foul, out of play. 0-1. Lays off, 1-1. Mullenix is a young man I've enjoyed watching over the last few weeks. Never seen him play before, but I like the energy he plays with. Whether it's defense at the plate, he's very aggressive. 2-1. Two and two. When you know it's a good curveball, it's a strike, and the hitter's bailing. Oh, line drive. Cat-like reflexes from the big man on the mound, McMean, for out number 2. Going Linderer at the plate. Woo-hoo. It's time to buzz the tower. That's ball 1. Buzzing the tower. No, Mav, that's not a good idea. My Top Gun reference there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cohen Linderer. That's outside. Got to get my good side, which doesn't work anymore. I have no more good sides. You know, it's tough. It's tough, you know, and that's a swing and a miss. I used to have hair. Hey, you know what? That's 3 balls, 2 strikes. We have gingers all over the place. Mitch Thomas. Absolutely, man. Oh, mercy. Ground ball to Dickinson. And the out is made. And, folks, that will conclude the game. Gold taking today's ball game 5-0. Oh, we got 2 more today? We're not going. We're going 7?
We got
Okay.
RJ for 2 innings, me for 1 more, and Dom's ball.
Very good. All right. I looked this morning and I did not see anything in my email box. No. Okay, so. Got a few more pitchers. Looks like we're going to go 7 today. So we're going to hang out, watch some more baseball, talk some more baseball. And we have Oliver Karchi on the mound. Spoke with this young man early, first week. Interviews are up that you can watch, and really enjoyed talking to this young man. Lewis and Clark College, Community College out of Murphys, and it is Murphysboro, Illinois. I said Murphys, and I was corrected quickly. Got to say it right. And that is popped up. Shallow right field catch made over there by Trey Kent Landrum. And Colton Nichols down. Out number 1. Little change up there. Looks like we've got, is that, yep, Linderer moves to shortstop. Landrum at second. Looks like Mullenix is still at third. Jackson Vaughn at first base. Colin Lovelady moves out to right field. And that ball is in the air on a line and drops in front of James Dolly in center field. I love the hustle from Tom Dickinson. Didn't slow down. Hustles in, gets to second base. That is a hustle double. All right. Brings up Anthony Gura. And that hit him. Another HBP. I think that's 4. There is. I mean, them some grumpy pitchers, man. We just woke up. It was hot, tired. I'm just going to hit a plunk a few guys. That's right. Might as well. Way quicker. Don't waste pitches, right? We're talking to a couple of pitchers in here. Oh, man. Andrew Kovlak at the mound. Oh, mercy. Ball one.
I know John said he's talking to me and you and whoever about figuring out trying to get their data.
2 on, 1 out.
That's more him than me, obviously.
And that's in the dirt.
It's more Milton than me too.
2 and 0.
But he said,
You're not getting any better.
like, barely.
You got it on the right.
Yeah, sure. Like on my game.
That's lifted into left field. No tag. Catch made. Out number 2. Brings up the young man new to the PCDL this week, Henry Kufa, number 42. He's wearing a gold jersey today, but I'm sure we'll get he'll get all that. He'll be wearing gold tomorrow, probably gold team tomorrow. And that's a ball one. Brody Signorelli on deck. Got the cottonwood flowing. That misses upstairs. Oh, a little delayed steal. Dickinson to third base. Some hustle from Dickinson. Nice glove work today. Hustle double, steal in the bag. Having himself a day. That misses in. And we got 3 balls and no strikes. Noah Hendrickson behind the plate, calling out the signals. Three and one. Big swing and a miss by Kufa. Full count. Maybe try and catch up with the 2 new guys after the ball game here. Like to throw out a couple of just quick interviews on our socials. Runner goes. Big swing and a miss. Kufa goes down on strikes, and we're headed to bottom of the 6th inning. 5-0 Gold.
It's gonna be a good one.
Give me a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep reaching in. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh, my goodness. Tristan McMean back out for his 2nd inning of work. He'll be facing off against Hendrickson. Kent Landrum and Jackson Vaughn here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Graham, who had been catching a lot for the Gray Squad, got a little break today, but he's back behind the mound. As big number 97 rolls out Andrew Kovalek to right field. Man. Some serious aggression. Ball 1. I personally, I love the fact that we're seeing this a little bit more, a little lazy, and it's going to drop in front of the left fielder for a leadoff single. For Hendrickson. I love the fact, because if you see that, a lot of times what you're seeing is guys pitching inside. I don't think we see it enough in the high school game. Definitely don't see it below that too much. And as you get into this level of baseball, if you do not throw inside, you're going to get crushed. Because if you only have to deal with half of the plate, advantage hitter. That's a strike. Good curveball from McMean. Another curveball's in for an 0-2 count to Kent Landrum. Looks like that's Linder running for the catcher. Trying to get some timing up. See if he can get a stolen base. Let's see if he goes here. Nope. No go. Landrum fouls that one back into the fence. Has a third straight curveball that McMean had thrown. See if he comes back with something different here. Maybe a fastball. Try to buzz the tower. Good pitch. Landrum down on strikes. Out number 1. Brings up Jackson Vaughn, former Francis Howell. And as we alluded to earlier, he's in the he's uncommitted right now. He was committed to Wichita State, decommitted. Ooh, wrong-footed Linder. He had to scramble back. A little better throw, and he's probably out. Oh. He's definitely thinking about going now. And this is good work right here. Linder's working on getting his timing down with pitchers. And that's a good pitch not to go on. Because that catcher stood right up straight. And it's easier to throw a strike when there's nobody in front of you. Goes. And that one in the dirt. Got a good pitch to go on there. 2-0. So a ball in the dirt. Graham didn't have much of a chance. And Linder's got the bag. Curveball lifted high into center field. Linder tags. Oh, that's a great job of base running by Cohen Linderer. That was on the... They're checking. He is out. And Blue said he left too early. That's brutal. And they checked it. And Linderer down. on the appeal as Vaughn flies out. We're heading to top of the 7th. 5-0 Gold. And promptly lined a base hit into right field. Leadoff single for Signorelli. Brings us back to the top of the order with Marcus Graham from the left side. Throw over to first. He's back in, standing up. One ball, one strike to Graham. Or excuse me, one ball to Graham. That was a throw over to first. I knew that. I was testing all of you down there. Drew's like, no. My crack staff over here. Ground ball. Past a diving second baseman. Colin Lovelady. Heck of an effort. Man, I almost thought he'd come down right on his chin. Oh, my goodness. That could have been. Yeah, that was a tough land. Hope he's all right. And back-to-back singles to the right side. Nobody out. Brings up Sean Rauscher. Karchi in some trouble here. Throws a curveball, and it's ball one. The cottonwood's flowing. And that's fouled back out of play. I remember playing on a golf course in Kansas that was lined by cottonwood trees, and you had to use a orange or yellow ball, because if you didn't, it was like playing golf in the snow. I ain't no lie. That's lifted to shallow center. A late break by Linneman. Or excuse me. That's Linderer. And he couldn't get to it, and everybody's safe. That's a tough read right there, right off the bat. It was a big swing, but he got way under it, and it was shallow. So Rauscher on with a single. And the bases are awfully cloudy out there with the gray. And brings up Jaden Jones. Chance to put the gray team on the board here against Karchi. Takes ball 1. Ooh, I like that, Drew. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. We just try and, when the bases get juiced, we like to have some fun. And since they're gray, so it's cloudy with a chance of runs. That's pretty good. Run scored. Yeah, it's good. Two balls and a strike. So the gold would be sunny with a chance of runs scored. Woohoo! Inside, 3-1. And he misses out, and Jones he looks a little salty that he didn't get a chance to swing the bat there. Takes the walk. And the run scores. It's an RBI on the base on balls. Still loaded. Still cloudy with a chance of run scored. And we have coming to the plate Ethan Sebastian. Briarcliff University, NAIA school up in Iowa. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Grounded past the pitcher. Going to be a tough one. Nice job by Lovelady. Hanging with it. Just gloves it to the first baseman. Run scores. Productive out for Sebastian. So it's second and third. 1 out. Bryce Byers at the plate. That is outside. Ball 1. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bonus baseball today. 7 innings. Grounded to the second baseman. Lovelady up with it. And out. Number 2. Another productive out. Another run scored. And Jones over to third. So back-to-back if you're scoring at home 4-3 with a run scored. 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. It's a 5-3 ball game. That's a ball. Joey Linneman, who was hit by a pitch and scored and struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Two and 0. Sun's peeking out of the clouds. Lifted into deep left field, and is down and up and over the fence. And Linneman with a shot and a ground rule double RBI, and it's 5-4. So it keeps going here, brings up Logan Winkleman. They got a chance to tie this ball game. Strike to Winkleman. And a line drive that's going to get down. And Linneman scores. So Winkleman with an RBI single to tie the game. And they'll turn it over. So it's a tie ball game, 5-5. The Gray get 5 runs here in the top of the 7th as we head to the bottom. 5-5.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son,
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. Dominic DeBella to the mound for the Gray squad. DeBella at East Central Community College. He's going to be facing off against Skylar Stock, Jake McGee, and James Dolly. If anybody reaches, we'll see Sean Mitchell. So they've come back to tie it. It's 5-5. It'll be interesting to see if he can hold it here, our last pitcher of the day. Buzz the Tower. If the focus was in pitching inside today, we've achieved it. Lifted high down the left field line, and a ground rule double. Man, that just kind of fell out of the sky. I thought that was going to go foul. And it looks like the left fielder kind of lost it there for a minute. Hits the turf and bounces into the stands. Ground rule double for Skylar Stock. Man, that was up there. That was like rain. So the winning run is at second base. Jake McGee at the plate. Outside, ball 1. Saying these guys here would like nothing better to put a charge in the baseball here, get the lead back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2. Two and two. That one got away from DeBella a bit there. So 3-2 count. And that is shot into center field and down. 2 strikes. McGee on his way to second base as the ball was not cut off. And it's second and third. So with 2 strikes, McGee's into second. Skylar Stock at third, and brings up James Dolly. Ooh, fouled off the blue. That hurt. Even with the gear, you might catch some. Two and two to Dolly. He's like, heck, what's the sense of getting out of the way? It's going to roll down, hit me in the shoulder, and I'm going to go to first base. So the hostility continues. We're just kidding, folks. But we've seen a lot of HBPs today. Oh, my goodness. I think he turned on that one. But foul, that almost, I think that killed a few bugs on the way through. Sean Mitchell. I think that kind of messed up DeBella because he tried to throw a little more mustard on the hot dog there and chucked it to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mitchell. No, I don't think so. Two one. That's in the dirt, and that's 3-1. Want to give a shout out to the coaches here. Head coach for the Gold Team, Tony Perkins, head coach of Francis Howell High School. Matt Huss for the Gray Team. He is the pitching coach at Missouri Baptist University here in the St. Louis area. So the walk And the bases are juiced again. After the wild pitch scores the go-ahead run, it's 6-5. We'll finish out this inning. There you go. There's a strike. Love Lady. Bases are sunny. And that's away from Graham. And McGee scores from third on the wild pitch. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. And we got a 2-1 count. Grounded. Nice play by Rauscher at third. Getting the out, diving off one knee, rolls up, pops it over there. Heck of a nice play by the third baseman. Gets Lovelady. But Lovelady with the RBI. Productive ground out. Runner Sean Mitchell stays at second base, and we have Karchi we're skipping over here because he just finished pitching. Jackson Beeman takes a strike on the outside corner. So 3 runs scored here makes it 8-5 Gold. One and one to Beeman. He doubled and scored his first at bat. Popped out to the third baseman his second. He's 1 for 2 today. Two one. We'll see if that gives Mullenix, if he gets on, another AB, or where we go from here. Two balls, 2 strikes. And that's strike 3. That is out number 2 as Beeman goes down on strikes. And we're back to the top with Nick Mullinax. His 4th at bat of the day. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ball 1. Two and 0. Roped into the corner, and that's going to be a double for Mullenix and an RBI. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it for today. As DeBella walks off, he's feeling that one a bit as a 9-5 win for the Gold Squad. Finishes off today's ball game as Mullinax drives in a run with a resounding double, and the guys come together in the middle of the field. Appreciate you joining with us today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 10:30 a.m. for the ball game. We look forward to seeing you here. And for everybody with Premier Collegiate Development League and Youth Baseball Midwest, goodbye from the ballpark.